Hi everyone, thank you for joining us for the Altenew Educator Creative Accents YouTube Hop. We really appreciate it. Also, make sure to look at all the giveaway prizes that Altenew is doing. Make sure to leave a comment on each of our YouTube hops and come on and join us. So here I'm focusing the accents on different pieces throughout my card and not just in one specific area. I go ahead in order to make my flowers and my leaves and all the background. I'm using various Altenew inks. I use a pink pearl. I also use the dusty rose. I use industrial diamond and pure graphite, Sicilian amber, and I started out using my alcohol markers, but I just need to refill them. So I went through with the colors that I did have from the Shades of Purple alcohol marker set, and it ended up turning up really pretty by using those alcohol markers. I go in and I use the Volcanic Lake and the Mountain Mist dye ink. This dye ink, it goes on so smoothly on the cardstock. So I set those other pieces to the side to let it dry. And I started out with my sea glass on my background, but my alcohol marker, I've used that marker a lot. So then I had to go in with the ink pad just to go over it to make sure it was completely covered. And then I'm using the Traveler's Atlas embossing folder to create that cool world map. And I'm going to take the World in Bloom die set and I'm die cutting my various leaves. Every one of my leaves I had from white cardstock, and I just used my alcohol markers from the Cosmic Garden set to create the colors for my leaves. And now I'm going in and I'm die cutting from the World in Bloom all of the flower pieces. This is a layering die set. It comes with a really cool keyhole system and it makes it a lot easier to line everything up. Now, so that you're able to see the world map in the back, I'm using the Altenew Rose Gold Pigment ink and going over the raised portion of the world map. This makes it really stand out against that sea glass. And I also die cut my world globe from the from the World in Bloom die set as well. And I'm just going in and adding all my layered pieces. And then I felt like the mountain mist blended in too much with the volcanic lake dye ink once it was all dry. So I kind of went over the grid portion of the world globe using one of my light purple, the lilac marker, alcohol marker from Altenew, just to give it a little bit of different interest. Now I'm just assembling my flowers. I'm going in and I have two different color flowers, the one with the pink pearl and with the dusty rose, and I also have the ones using my Shades of Purple alcohol marker set. And then the little spots you see in the center, those were from Sicilian Amber from that color. Now I'm stamping my sentiment from the Books Are Magic stamp set. That's a really cute stamp set. And I'm just going to go in. I'm going to add my world map background. I didn't cut it all the way, but that's because I wanted to leave white at the bottom for just a little bit of variation. I'm just going to assemble my card, and now I add those beautiful enamel dots to add just a little bit of, interest to it, to make it stand out a little more and not so flat. So that way whenever the recipient gets this card, they're able to feel those enamel dots. It kind of stands out. And I'm using foam dimensional tape just to pop up this world globe so that way everything's not so flat. So you get a lot of texture from this card. You get the pop-up from the world globe. You get the texture from the embossing from the Traveler's Atlas map. And now I'm just going to go in and assemble everything. At first, I laid it all out just to make sure I knew where I wanted it to go. And then I'm just going to pick up the pieces and glue each one of those down. This set turned out to be so pretty, especially with the creative accents that I used. And I'm just going to go in and add various shades of green leaves just to give a lot more interest to it, to bring in some of the darker colors, to give it a little bit of a pop. And I just go in and layer it and then try to make it look as cute as I can. And then I'm going to go in and add the purple flowers to give a little bit more pop of color there. And this is the card. It turned out really, really cute. I was very pleased with it. And where I put my gem sparkles is the silver and gold set that I have. I have loved having this set of the sparkles because they give a really raised diamond gem look. And I'm going in and I'm putting one as close to Nashville as I can because I'm from Nashville. And I also put one over Europe because I just love Europe. So make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Be sure to be part of the giveaway. Thank you so much.